10 extinct dog breeds you never knew existed. 1. English White Terrier. The English White Terrier, also known as the White English Terrier or Old English Terrier, is an extinct breed of dog. The English White Terrier is the failed show ring name of a pricked-ear version of the white fox working terriers that have existed in the UK since the late 18th century. The name English White Terrier was invented and embraced in the early 1860s by a handful of breeders anxious to create a new breed from a prick-eared version of the small white working terrier that were later developed into the Fox Terrier, the Jack Russell Terrier, the Sealyham Terrier, and later in America the Boston Terrier and the Rat Terrier. In the end, however, the Kennel Club hierarchy decided the English White Terrier was a distinction without a difference, while the dog's genetic problems made it unpopular with the public. Within 30 years of appearing on the Kennel Club scene, the English White Terrier had slipped into extinction. It was, however, crossbred with the Old English Bulldog, giving rise to the Boston Terrier and Bull Terrier. 2. Bullenbeißer. The Bullenbeißer, also known as the German Bulldog, was a breed of dog known for its strength and agility. The breed was closely related to the Bärenbeißer. Some believe that the two breeds were the same. The names mean bullbiter and bearbiter, respectively, and the boxer. It was in all its aspects similar to the present Alano Español and very alike to the Dogo Argentino, not only in aspect, but also in usage. The Bullenbeißer became extinct by crossbreeding rather than by a decadence of the breed. In the late 1870s, German breeders Roberth, Koenig, and Hoppner used the dog to create a new breed, today called the Boxer. 3. Blue Poll Terrier. No one seems to have full knowledge as to how the Blue Polls were bred or from where they originally came. There was a story that Paul Jones, the pirate, brought them from abroad and landed some when he visited his native town of Kirkcudbright about 1770. The gypsies around the Kirkintilloch district kept blue polls, which they fought for their own amusement. They were game to the death and could suffer much punishment. They were expert and tricky in their fighting tactics, which made them great favorites with those who indulged in this sport. They maintained that the breed originally came from the Galloway coast, which lends support to the Paul Jones legend. The first dogs to arrive in the United States with the English immigrants in the mid-19th century were the Blue Poll Terrier and the Staffordshire Bull Terrier. 4. Cordoba Fighting Dog. The Cordoba fighting dog originated in Cordoba, Argentina. It was noted for its willingness to fight to the death and its high pain tolerance. The breed had such strong aggression toward other dogs that the males and females would rather fight than mate. In addition, many members of this breed died in the dog fighting pits, contributing to the breed's extinction. The Dogo Argentino is directly derived from this breed. In the 1920s, breeders developed the Dogo by crossing the Cordoba fighting dog with other breeds such as the Great Dane, Great Pyrenees, English Bulldog, Bull Terrier, and Dogue de Bordeaux. 5. Dogo Cubano. Also known as the Cuban Mastiff, Cuban Dogo, and Cuban Dog, is an extinct dog breed from Cuba. It was of Bull Mastiff type used for dog fighting. The breed was introduced in Cuba to capture runaway slaves cimarrones. After the abolition of slavery, they ceased to exist in time. The breed is considered extinct since the end of the 19th century, but there have been reports which state that although no pure Dogo Cubanos remain, the dogs used in today's fighting pits in Cuba are descendants of the crossbreed between pit bulls, Cordoba bulldogs, and Dogo Argentinos, and the few pure Dogo Cubanos that were remaining by the beginning of the 20th century. The modern descendant of this rare dog breed is much larger and stronger than the original and resembles the American Pit Bull Terrier. 6. Alpine Spaniel. The Alpine Spaniel is an extinct breed of dog which was used in mountain rescues by the Augustinian canons, who run hospices in the region around the Great St. Bernard Pass. The Spaniel was a large dog notable for its thick curly coat. One of the most famous specimens of the Alpine Spaniel is Barry. However, his preserved body has been modified on more than one occasion to fit with descriptions of the extinct breed from earlier time periods. Due to the conditions in the Alps and a series of accidents, extinction was discussed as a possibility by authors during the 1830s, and at some point prior to 1847 the entire breed was reduced to a single example due to disease. Evidence held at the Natural History Museum in Bern show that two distinct breeds of dog were being used in the area during this time period. The breed is thought to be the predecessor to the modern St. Bernard and the Clumber Spaniel. 7. St. John's Water Dog. The St. John's Water Dog was once popular among fishermen for its good temperament, working skills, and water-resistant coat. The owners taught them to fetch nets and dive underwater to retrieve different objects. But in the 1800s, the Canadian government began taxing any animal bred for purposes other than herding sheep. This led to a quick decline in their population, and the last known of its kind died in the 1980s. This dog breed may have gone extinct, but its genetics live on today in some of the world's most popular pups, like the Labrador Retriever. 8. Salish Wool Dog. Salish Wool Dog is what refers today as British Columbia. This dog was referred to as a Comox dog. As the name suggests, the Salish Wood Dog was characterized by its white woolly fur and small build. The people of Washington State and British Columbia created this extinct dog breed. With the absence of sheep at that time, people would shear the dog's coats in early summer to make Salish blankets and other textiles. The fur of the wool dog was very thick and rich in texture, but ultimately was no longer needed, as textiles became easier to come by. 9. Tweed Water Spaniel. Tweed Water Spaniel originated in England. These dogs were brown with athletic tendencies. They inhabited the area around Berwick-upon-Tweed, which is close to River Tweed and the Scottish borders. As the name suggests, Tweed Water Spaniels were water dogs, as these dogs were located around the river. Tweed Water Spaniels were not well known outside the local terrain, which may have led to their extinction. This breed attempted to exist longer by crossbreeding with St. John's Water Dog and local water dogs, but still went extinct back in the 19th century. 10. North Country Beagle. North Country Beagle originated in Yorkshire and Northumberland regions of England. The North Country Beagle was a breed of scent hound. The dog had known for its fast hunting abilities and its shrill voice. The breed was common for several centuries but became an extinct dog in the 19th century. This extinction was due to the competition from the English foxhound.